mom is 20 million miles from the people she loves. She needs to know that her family's taken care of. I got it covered. Do you?
They need me more than anyone, and I'm not there.
But what inspired me about it was just the sense of finding a character who just, you know, is desperate to want to get back, you know, to get back, to help the mission, to help his wife, to help raise his daughter, and you know, is focused on that and facing such insurmountable obstacles left and right. And I thought that could potentially be very challenging to play and fun and rich. And how do you navigate a relationship of this marriage through the lens of distance and space and people evolving and changing and literally, you know, no pun intended, but being away from each other physically, being Matt being away from his own body, for Alexis sort of being away from the young girl she was into the young woman she's becoming. I mean, how does all of that work? It sounded like it had a lot of potential, you know, so I was really interested in that idea of exploring that and fun, you know, doing that with a character who's flawed and screws up and is trying to do the best he can. I don't know. I like that idea.
Did you ever swim in an integrated swimming pool?
I certainly would, Iggy. I'm a modern kind of girl. I'm all for integration.
It was a super fun movie to do. I mean, absolutely. You know, John is an incredible talent, incredible person, so funny. I knew so much of the crew just growing up in Baltimore, knew a lot of them. You know, we did our dance rehearsals at my dad's studio. You know, I mean, like, you know, there was, you know, we went to Dorney Park in Pennsylvania, you know, for a week to shoot. And, you know, it was my first time being on location, staying at the George Washington Motel and, like, you know, just doing all the things that, you know, you think about when you're making movies or whatever, and getting to work with the great Divine and Debbie Harry and the late Jerry Stiller, who was lovely, and Sonny Bono, and just like all these, and Mick Stoll, and just incredible people. And met my good friend John Orfino, has become one of my best friends, and we met on that gig. I mean, it was a really fun movie to make.
I don't know why, but she's keeping things from me. I think it's this other guy. I don't know, maybe I should just do something crazy, you know, like just go and like sweep her off her feet.
Fry, just forget about her. She's not worth it. You deserve better than that. Is there a problem, Sue Ellen?
You know, the guys from Outlaw Pictures are really cool, and they were making this film. I think it was originally called The Real World. It wasn't called Don't Tell Mom They Existed. And I thought it seemed like a fun, you know, I spent the summer in LA, and I'd never done that before. And, you know, it was fun. I mean, I met great people on that movie, you know, Duchovny and oh my God. Oh, who else? I'm blanking because I'm having a brain fart of the woman who plays my sister, who ended up playing my shrink in Sports Night, and my brain is just fine. But I love her so dearly, so talented and so sweet, and it was fun. I mean, I don't really have like a lot of strong memories from it. Just like overall, it was like a good fun time. I'm driving to Santa Clarita every day from LA and shooting that movie and having a fun time with Christina and laughing.
How could you have been married to Steve Sisko all those years and know nothing about sports?
It wasn't all those years, Dan. It was 2.5 years.
Yeah, but they were 2.5 Steve Sisko years. That's like 25 regular
You
years.
think Neil Armstrong's wife was an expert in astropropulsion?
I think she's heard of the moon.
Proud of the show still. I mean, I think in a way it's like, you know, shit, you look at the British model, it's like they don't get too greedy. I mean, we made 2 seasons of it in Britain. Well, how many would that have been? It would have been like 8 seasons of a show or something. I think, you know, we got to make a lot, and it was a lot of hard work. That show was my first time sort of doing a daily grind of like really seeing what you know television is like in terms of the half-hour world, just 5 days and long hours and lots of takes, but made some incredible friendships from it. You know, Josh Molina and Peter Krause are still, you know, my very, very good friends, and so we just we had a lot of laughs. I will tell you that. It was a lot of laughs.
Look, Chumpo, I'm just trying to get a story, okay?
How about this story? It's about a big bad wolf and a little pig.
No, that's 3 pigs, okay?
Not in this version.
I got to work with the great Frank Oz. You know, he was puppeteering Miss Piggy, and so we got to work together. And you know, it's an amazing experience. I mean, obviously, like, you know, the stages, the way they set them up, they're all like lower, and so that just takes. That would be the one thing I tell people is just like, you know, get yourself used to that, so you don't. Your instinct is to kind of look where the voice is, but you kind of have to stay with the puppet. And it was really fun. I mean, at first when we did this little boxing scene, me and I'm like the Men in Black type character, and Frank was puppeteering Miss Piggy, and we were supposed to like box, and I throw a jab and like take one, and I just hear, "Ow, cut!" You know, like, and I like my jab like hit Frank's thumb or something, and bent down. I thought, "Oh my god, I just broke his fucking thumb. This is awful." But he was okay, and it was fun. But that was a really cool thing to do. I mean, it was just really fun.
Well, look, I have a new life now. I don't know what to tell you.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Hey, we're waiting in the kitchen. I made your favorite, pecan sandies.
Yum, yum. Come on, Brian, let's go.
Michael Ian Black and I went to camp together, you know, and so and Michael Showalter is and so Michael Black and I are really good pals. And Michael Showalter grew up with another kid that I went to camp with, and so we've known each other along with David, you know, in the New York circle for a very long time amongst actors and comedians and all those guys from the state. And so I got to do Stella with them, and Michael and I, Showalter, are still very, very close. And so that's how I got sort of involved in that world.
Word around camp is that you and Katie are on the rocks.
Well, you heard wrong. We've never been stronger, Katie and I.
See, I thought I heard she wasn't coming to Tiger Farm tonight so she could eat hot dog wieners with those peasants from Camp Firewood.
We're going to Tiger Farm tonight. You'll see. You'll all see.
Known those guys for ages and had so much fun doing Stella, and I think they thought of me when they created this new character for the series of the Wet Hot series, which was really fun to do.
It's co-ed within the buildings, not within the rooms.
So
the polite thing for you to do is go down to the housing office, tell them there's been a mistake, and they need to get you boys new rooms.
No. We were here first. Besides, it's your fault. Why didn't you use Alexandria or whatever your full name is?
Alex is my full name.
Well, it sounds like a man's name to me.
I think that's a film that it's easy to kind of make fun of, and I certainly am not going to defend it, the merits of it as a film. I haven't seen it, God, since I made it. But, you know, I don't really watch any of the stuff I've done after like once, you know, or if ever. So that's not the argument I'm making, but I would just say that, like, I do think like it meant something to some people who were maybe felt like, you know, the character I played in it. And that's, you know, who felt maybe less alone. You know, I've heard people tell me that, like some gay men have told me that. And I think that's great. You know, I'm touched by that. I'm happy. I think that's what, you know, that's a great thing about playing characters, that you can kind of be out there and sort of try to bring your own humanity to things and hopefully make, you know, people feel connected, you know?
The bastard deserved worse than he got. He needed to know what it felt like to be violated. He could dish it out, but he couldn't take it.
But you couldn't stop there, and that's why he took his life.
Anyone who rapes little kids should be wiped off the planet.
That was fun. I mean, I got to Terry Polo and I got to work together again. You know, I love Mariska. It was fun. I mean, it was, you know, fun week to sort of get in there and you get to say it, get to put it on my resume, be one of the many long New York theater actors who got to, you know, be in Law and Order. It was cool.
That wasn't true, what you just said.
What?
That wasn't the only time you had sex in your office. You don't remember?
No, I mean, I do. But it was... We didn't have sex.
What are you recognized most for, do you think?
You know, it's a mix. It depends where you are. I mean, sometimes it's the movies, it's the action movies like a SWAT or Four Brothers. Sometimes it's In Treatment or Sports Night or The Good Wife. I'd say The Good Wife probably most often because it's been the most recent thing that I've done, you know, of prominence. And then there's people that love me. You love the comedy stuff. They love the Wet Hots. You know, those fans. So I don't know. It's kind of a mixed bag.